Icons. The city of Bristol is full of them. From the Bristol sign to the Speedway, our city has iconic imagery almost everywhere you look. One of State Street's most striking images is the mural at the downtown center. This year marks the 30th anniversary since the conceptualization of the mural, which was the brainchild of area native Tim White. Director of Community Relations Terrie Talbert sat down with Tim White at the downtown center to discuss a little bit of the history of the mural and the upcoming 30th anniversary celebration.
Thank you for joining us today down here in downtown Bristol, Tennessee in front of the Country Music Mural. Most of you are aware that we're coming up on our 30th anniversary of the mural. We're very excited to have with us today as a guest Tim White, whose dream of painting this mural and actually put the blood and sweat equity into it to get it done. I'll turn it over to Tim, let him tell you a little bit about the story behind the mural, and then we'll be back to tell you about our celebration.
Well, I painted this mural in concept and the initial drawings happened in 1985. Went to City Council, presented it. The wall behind me was jointly owned by Bob Lark of Lark Amusement and the city, so I had to get permission from both folks to put this up. And at one point in time, I don't know if you remember, Terry, but there were billboards hung on the side of this.
Yes, I do remember.
So the billboards had to be removed and the hot wall had to be pressure washed and prepped with a primer and a sealer. In '85, I had designed the concept of the main players in the Bristol sessions of 1927, which were, of course, from left to right, Ralph Peer of the Victor Company, the Carter family, A.P. Sarah and Mother Maybell, Nipper the dog on the Victor label in the center, then Hattie and Ernest Stoneman, and on the far end to the right, Jimmy Rogers, the father of country music, or the singing brakeman, the blue yodeler. He had a lot of tags. But anyway, started work on it actually in 1985. This marks the 30th anniversary of the start of this mural. Finished it up in the spring of 1986, and it's hard to believe, Terry, that it's been 30 years.
I was a mere child.
Yeah, me too. I've got pictures of me and my children standing in front of this mural, and they were, you know, toddlers.
Yeah, I remember.
And now they're in their 30s.
We don't need to talk about that.
Okay, let's not. But it's been a real pleasure to be a part of the musical scene and the musical history and the museums that are now established in Bristol. I think this mural had a lot to do with that, and I'm proud of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Back in the day when the mural was being built, there was a lot of businesses in downtown Bristol that had shuttered, and there wasn't a lot of movement downtown, and I agree with you. I think that this mural was the spark that started the revitalization of our downtown. I think a few years later, the farmers market moved in, and all the things started coming together. And now if you walk downtown, the streets are busy, any hour of the day or night.
And you hear music coming from everywhere.
Everywhere.
And one of the things too, I sent you an email yesterday. Kenny Mural called me. Kenny's a fellow who's been in the music scene for longer than me. He went back even as long as Leon Kaiser did years ago. And Kenny said, you know, Tim, he said, we needed a place to gather. He said, and that mural created that. And Kenny Mural and some of his pickers were the first ones to back up to this mural and start picking.
Absolutely. That's why the city of Bristol, Tennessee now makes sure that there's music downtown 2 nights a week for 6 months a year, is because of those original pickers who would just pull up in their cars and pull out their instruments, and everybody would gather around.
No stage.
No stage.
And
Everybody sit and listen to him play.
Gene Boyd would bring his sound system down, and Tommy Carroll would help him set it up. There's a whole lot of things going on behind the scenes that most folks don't know about, but God bless all of them for doing that.
Absolutely.
And God bless the city of Bristol, Tennessee for taking hold like you have too.
Well, we are very big supporters of the music and our musical heritage, but I think without your foresight and those people who are actually the founders, and with Kenny and the entire Mural family. I think every generation of the Mural family at some point in time has played on the stage.
You're right, very talented bunch, aren't they?
Extremely talented, and I don't know what we would do without them. We rely on them every year to come down and play.
But you know, our whole region is just full of talented people. I know in our Mountain Music Museum we have the big names, the Tennessee Ernie Fords, the Ralph Stanleys, the Carter Stanleys, the Flatt and Scruggs, but also we recognize people, you know, like the folks who played at Hickory Tree Store.
Right.
We have exhibits with like Ted Milhorn, who played harmonicas and sang, and there's so many unsung heroes that are in this region and from this region that played a vital part in the role of the birth of country music.
Absolutely. Somewhere down the road, we need to find a way to recognize those people too. We hope we can do that.
Well, thank you.
Next Tuesday night, on the 25th, we are going to have a celebration of the mural. Everybody's invited to come down. Of course, it's free of charge. We're going to have a big anniversary cake, and it'll last for as long as it lasts. And we also may have some goodies to give away. We hope everybody will join us. Of course, Turkey Creek will be here playing, and our festivities will start at 7:30 with the mayor giving you a proclamation honoring your efforts for kicking it off here in downtown Bristol, all of our country music and country music heritage. And of course, Tim will be here playing as well, and I hope you'll agree to say a few words as tell us the story.
I'm never lost for words, I've been told. But yeah, Dave Vaught and Fat Albert Blackburn, the VW boys, will be here.
Fantastic.
Thank you for the invite for those guys and our
Couldn't
band.
have it without you guys. But we hope you'll join us and come back every Thursday night now until the end of September, and then we'll kick off our bluegrass portion of the Downtown Center events in June of next year. Thank you for joining us today in downtown Bristol.
Once again, we'd like to invite you to come help us celebrate the 30th anniversary of this mural. The celebration takes place this Tuesday night, August 25th at 7 p.m. at the Downtown Center. This is a free event, and we encourage everyone to come out.